people to listen. Now, let me reestablish what we've been talking about, because I want to put a big twist on this. Those 3 areas, Grace, would you read them, please?
Those 3 areas: getting people to listen to you, listening to people, and developing what you listen to.
All right, so there we have it right there. What we've been talking about all week. Yet there's an issue. And the issue becomes, Arshia, hold on, Grace, read one more time. Yeah, think about these 3 areas real quick, one more time. And this time, let me frame your thinking. In every area of your life, these 3 things. Go ahead.
Getting people to listen to you, listening to people, and developing what you listen to.
Now, on this call, I'm not really concerned with your life. I'm concerned with your living. You can keep your life or you can lose it. That's up to you. But make this life prosperous is what we're talking about. And I mean, all this on a business level. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot of notes. How do I get the sales team, marketing team, programming team to buy into this, and we all work as one machine? Let's all examine ourselves in a hospital. So everyone, imagine yourself a patient in a hospital. Since I love you, you have a minor hangnail on your thumb. So you're just fine. You'll be in and out in no time. You have a hangnail in your thumb, and that's all. Nothing wrong, Jerome. You don't need any medicine. Just, a splinter, right? A splinter in a hangnail. There you go. That's what you have. Each department, well, let's see how many departments of the hospital would you go to, and how many departments of the hospital would your data go to? This is interesting. This is interesting when we break it down. Physically, Arshia is going to go to first area, emergency room or parking lot. It's one or the other. This is very important. She is going to interact with the parking lot or interact with the emergency room, which probably has a helipad somewhere in the emergency side. Remember that. That's number 1. Write that down, Grace, because they're not going to remember. First thing she's going to do is she's going to interact with the parking garage and interact with the emergency side of the hospital. Depends. If you're just joining us, which some of you are, I'll recap one more time. After that, I probably won't recap. I should have been here on time. Grace, repost that. Read those 3 things again. We've been talking about it all week.
The 3 things are 3 areas: getting people to listen to you, listening to people, and developing what you listen to.
All week, I haven't talked about anything else. But I remember the first week, I went straight to the sales team. This time, as the week progresses, my goal is to figure out how to make every area of ATS embody these areas. One day, we was even talking about like a church service, and I gave put those 4 things out. How you do these things. So these 3 things are the mission statement. And then those 4 areas with a vision statement. If you never knew the difference between mission and vision statement, I just gave it to you. Mission is what you're doing. Vision is what it looks like when you do it. Yeah, I just saved you freshman and sophomore year of college because they don't even explain it right. You greet your people with love. You be invited to family. You invite them to become family. You make them more comfortable, or you make a comfortable path for them. Then you show them the way, because everybody, no matter how much of a leader that they are, they're looking to be shown the way for My buddy Brad, he's looking to be shown the way to buy downtown sky rises. You get what I'm saying? While I'm transitioning from single houses to multi-family, his attempt is a transition from multifamily to the $300 million high-rise building with 3,000 offices in it. That's what, he's looking to be shown the way, just like I'm looking to be shown the way, just the way on different levels. Everybody understand? Mm-hmm. So you have to show people the way, or you can't make money. I'm sorry, but you can't make money. You have to show them the way. For you religious folk who have a hang up with that, let's take Old Testament prophets. Old Testament prophets were showing the way for the climax of God's narrative. For millennia, they were saying, one day, Jerome, something really big is going to happen. That's what they were saying. Okay? For thousands of years. Well, showing the way has always been important. Remember that, because we're talking about making content. And by the time I'm done, actually, way before I'm done, in the next 7 minutes, I'll be drilling home how I figured it out, and we've already executed, but they don't know. The idea of making content that doesn't come from me, that has all the trading power. Most of that trading power comes from me. That also engages in these 4 steps, that then gets people to listen to whoever is talking on my behalf, that then converts into something tangible that we can use. Mouthful, big thing, but I've got it all broken down, and that's what we're attempting to do here. So the end of the line here is, how do I get Arshia to speak on my behalf, hold my trading power, give that trading power away in a manner other people I've never met are going to listen, and then take those people through this series of 4 steps that I have orchestrated, or not orchestrated, illuminated, and then get these people to make a decision that would have took them 8 hours, 10 hours, and make that decision in 8 minutes, 10 minutes, without me ever knowing it happened. That's what we're talking about. My God. You do that, you got a business. You don't do that, you're self-employed. We do that often. I'm moving us to doing it often, efficiently, well, without effort. That's been the battle of my life. It's been the battle of my life. The battle of my life has been, how do I take Kim and convince her that she can actually do something, but go all the way past her subconscious, her self-esteem, put my brain into her, and then have her be something she's never been before. Quite difficult. It is quite difficult to tell Frida to do something and then expect her to do it like she is God. Very difficult. Very difficult. It's very difficult. Leading people is easy. Leading people with egos is actually easier if you understand the 48 laws of power. But convincing Arshia that she can actually do it, well, that's difficult. It's quite difficult, because she's in the process of lying to herself about how she can do it. Now, everybody you meet is lying to themselves to create this new reality to which is not a lie. You get what I'm saying? It's that not fake it till you make it type thing, but it's that we're always thinking ahead of our capabilities, and then we're forcing our capabilities to go out to our faith. Problem is, Deanna's faith don't go as far as mine does. And if I catch her in her faith, I have to catch her in her faith, which is really far out. That's as far as she can push it. Let her know, or at least give her the illusion, yep, you right there with me the whole time she's not. And then give her these steps. And then she represents her piece of the pie as if she was called to do it. If none of this makes sense, I'm going to make it make sense now. I'm Paul. The only person here that was called to build ATS is me. All the excitement and fervor and power and dedication and I'll die for this came to me because when you're in the beginning of conception, all that is transferred to you. Deanna loves herbs and stuff. I ain't willing to die for that because God ain't came to me with that. Do you understand? Kim's willing to die for her $20,000 a month. I ain't willing to die for that. They ain't came for me for that. Came to you. Whenever the idea comes to you, all the calling and the muscles that come with that calling is bestowed upon you. And then you try to convince people who wasn't there in the ignition of it to feel like you. Impossible. Mm. I wasn't there when the humor consultants went from an idea to a baby. Mm. And so all of that fire is in Phil and Susan. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And with that fire comes, well, this is my baby. I'm going to die for my baby. Mm-hmm. I'll do anything I can to feed my baby, clothe my baby. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And only the person that gave birth to the baby has that mother instinct. So how do I get everybody else to be a mother with me? Back to my Paul situation. I'm Paul. And I say all the time around here, maybe I said on the mic once or twice here, well, you all can hear. Paul wasn't as brave as Silas. I'm not telling you Paul wasn't brave. As a matter of fact, as far as Jewish anything is concerned, besides Peter, Paul did more for the Jewish faith than anybody else. But Paul ain't had no damn choice, Jerome. Because Paul got knocked off the horse, had to sit there for 3 days, and then the fire came to him. Mm-hmm. And all the fire, all the things he was supposed to do was like a mother that just gave birth. He had no choice. Now one of you mothers is going to let your child just get hit by a car. Car going to hit you first. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? Without you even thinking, you're just going to jump in front of it without even thinking. Understood. Silas, that wasn't Silas' baby. No. I need y'all to catch this. Silas could have walked away at any time. Mm-hmm. Silas chose to go to jail, chose to get shipwrecked, chose to get beat. And that's more powerful than being called. I wish I had somebody. Jesus ain't had no choice. No offense. I'm sorry. I don't mean to violate y'all protagonists, but them disciples, they chose to go ahead and do all that. So how do we make content? How do I, as the Jesus character, convince the disciples you are more important than me, and now you need to act like that, especially when I'm not in that city? I feel like it's all business. I'm just trying to give you examples so you can get what I'm saying, right? It's all business. So today we're talking about creating content that keeps the trading power that comes with me in my calling. You put that trading power in your hand, and then you make content with people with those 4 thingies, plus the 3 things we focused on. And then that content converts those people. And I really, 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 really need you to hear my very next words. If you're not doing this, you do not have a business. I'm not telling you that you don't have a calling. I'm not telling you that God don't love your business. I'm just telling you it ain't a business. If your business has no disciples, plus, when you write this down, as I said, Grace, and start over. If your business has no disciples, I don't hijack that word. I'm not bringing up religion. If your business has no disciples, plus those disciples aren't evangelizing, plus those who were evangelized to aren't becoming disciples, plus those disciples aren't making other disciples, you ain't got no business. Allow me to explain. I'm right on time. I said 7 minutes. I was right there. I told you I was going to beat this one. Let's unhijack these words. I know when you hear the word disciple, you automatically think of, some New England building with a cross on top of it, but don't do that. Discipleship was already a word before it was hijacked. A disciple is someone who duplicates the behaviors and products of the organization or teacher. That's what a disciple is. This is why you can't be a disciple without fruit. Sorry. Can't be a disciple without fruit. You can't. I'm sorry. You just can't be a disciple without fruit. If you are struggling, you have an option. You can see yourself as supposed to be learning a lesson, so you don't have that struggle ever again. That's the whole point of ascension. Once you ascend past something, it's ceased to exist. Or if you're struggling, ask yourself, how long have you been struggling? And if your answer spans 2 decades, you are not a disciple. If your answer spans a decade, you are not a disciple. You are a believer. You may be a worker, but you're not a disciple. And some of y'all have been praying away the same problem since 1997. That is not a thorn in your side. What that is Oh yeah. You can. I'll give you a chance. It's not a thorn in your side that you have not ascended past what you need to ascend past. So how do I get sandals to create more disciples? Let's figure it out. Well, I already got it figured out because we've been doing it. I'm passing it on to you now. What's a disciple? A disciple is somebody carrying on Kim's teachings. What are Kim's teachings? If your teachings aren't clear, you can't have disciples. Jerome, I feel like I'm making sense. How can a disciple repeat something you can't even write down? Right? That makes sense? This is all business. If you ain't learned something in 22 minutes, man, I can't help you because this is all business. I ain't veered off one time. This is complete business. Let me say the end picture again. I need for your business to create disciples to go get people that eventually walks them to being more disciples for your business without your effort. That's what we're talking about. In cities you ain't been to yet. Well, Antonio, I don't want to be that big. Okay, in blocks you ain't been to yet. But if you're not doing that, you don't have a business, you're self-employed. And none of you should be self-employed. You didn't come here to be self-employed. You came here to get out the middle class. And you can't get out the middle class self-employed. Well, I make $3 million. Are you self-employed? No. Can your business run without you? No. You're self-employed. You're not out the middle class. You're not. And if you ask me, it takes $10 million to get out the middle class. So whatever they tell you is a lie. It takes $10 million. I could prove that many ways. Well, Antonio, what's the equivalent of $10 million? I'm so glad you asked that, Grace. That was a very wise question. It was a very wise question. The equivalent of $10 million is to have 10,000, you might want to write this down, $10,000 a month after all expenses are paid that have nothing to do with your effort. If you have $10,000 a month left over after you've taken care of all your overhead, all your insurance, all your cost of living, all your food, and I'm going out to the club to throw bands on strippers' money, all that stuff, okay? Like all that stuff you're going to do, okay? After all that, you still got 10,000 left, and you don't need to go do anything to go get it again, because next month it's going to be another 10,000. That's a millionaire lifestyle. It's a millionaire lifestyle. You hear what I'm saying? It's a millionaire lifestyle, straight up. Trust me, it's a good lifestyle. I promise you it is. It's a good lifestyle. It's a great lifestyle. All you gotta do is just enjoy your life for 12 months. Then you have $1.2 million. You take $1.2 million. You go put it down. I have no idea what 25%. What is 20? What 25? 1.2 is 25% of what number? No, I'm trying to see what 1.2 million is 25% of what number. Oh. Yeah, Grace is gone. We got to divide. That's when you divide by a fraction to get that one. Yeah, that's that mathematical equation. We're trying to see 1.2 million is 25% of a number. What's that number? You said on the mic.
4.8 million.
Now you can go bid 4.8 million, and you take that 4.8 million, get you a 300 unit apartment complex. How many since you've been born? I mean, since the day you've been born, has anybody ever seen rent go down? I'm very interested. But there's always somebody.
No, it never goes down.
It never goes down. But there's always somebody that goes, well, I have. I'm very interested to see who this one person is.
Price of housing always goes up.
Since we walked out of caves, we've been raising rents. As soon as men found out you can get women if you have a dwelling, we've been raising rents. I dare you to prove me wrong. As soon as Kim said, I like your house, boom, it was over. Over. We've been raising rents since then. You understand? We've been raising rents since then. That's been happening. All of your money should go back in real estate, but that's a different conversation for a different time. So how do we create this content? Let's forget about creating the content real quick. Give me 3 minutes. Give me 5 because I'm gonna repeat 2 times for the people who need to hear more than once. And I'll get to the creation of content. Let's recap real quick for the note takers. And this is like a quiz. I'm just filling up those knowledge gaps you got. Okay. Grace, there are 3 main things that we've been talking about all week. Can you please post those 3 main things? Please pay attention.
They are getting people to listen to you, listening to people, and developing what you listen to.
There's nothing else to be. I really could talk about that all the rest of the year, and I just might, but that's really not in the stars because I already know I'm going next week, but I still might bring it back up. There's only 3 things we need to be doing. If you figure out these 3 things, you will accidentally live one hell of a life. You know what I'm saying? And most of this, I really need y'all to receive this. Most of what is goodwill, prosperity, and favor is by accident. It's purposely by accident. What I mean by that is God has a way of blessing your dumb stuff, and you still blessed. Prosperity just follows people. Doesn't matter. You ever seen somebody trip and fall and they made it look real cool? And it's just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it's, man, that was, boy, you did that gracefully. It's things like that, right? People always get the right phone call or answer the right phone call, all that stuff. Those 3 things. And there's 4 ways to do that. Well, that's what we need to do. Now, here's how we need to do it. Post to how we need to do it. Grace, greet with, you can read it, man. Go ahead.
Every time you sell someone, they must be greeted with love, invited to be family, made comfortable, and shown the way.
Now, here's your business system now. Can you post that disciple thing plus this, plus that? That's your business system. You're welcome. I have not been wasting your time. I gave you your mission statement, your vision statement. Now you got your business system. My brain works like this automatically. I have no idea how I'm able to do this stuff, but it's just my gift. Go ahead, Grace.
If your business has no disciples, plus those disciples aren't evangelizing, plus those who are evangelized to aren't becoming disciples, plus those disciples aren't making other disciples, you don't have a business.
Now I want to talk to the people who are going to say, and it happens every time, Jerome, but I don't have a team like you, Antonio. And I don't know why I got to keep telling people. I went 14 years before I found Tempest. I'm not sure why that doesn't resonate with people. And then it was 5 years alone just with Tempest. And then when I got a team, Tempest was like, hold the hell on now. Ain't nobody replacing me. You know what I'm saying? So, she took 2 weeks for her to adjust to bringing in new people. She was like, Drake, no new friends. No new friends. No new. You understand? What I'm saying here is, if you're by yourself, you have underestimated the best leader in your organization. So I'm going to encapsulate this. I'm now done with.
Excuse me, Antonio, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I thought the object was to automate your team.
Exactly. That's you give me about 10 minutes, we going there because that's it.
Okay, because that's the part I'm waiting for.
Got you.
How to make it more automated.
So we'll go there now then. Well, I'll combine both of them at the same time. If you're by yourself and or you need your first follower, I was going to ask you a trick question. Who's the most important person in your organization? And the most important person in your organization is your first follower. Period, point blank. Until you get someone who believes in human consultants, you're just a fool. It's the truth. Phil was out there being a fool in the 80s until somebody followed him. Oh, okay, well, maybe Phil is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, until you got somebody following you, people think you're a fool. And they're not going to buy from you. So how do we automate not only this process of somebody following, but we automate followers? That's one. I'll write that down for me, Grace, so I don't forget it. Because I'm how do we automate the process of people following us, or automate followers in itself? And then and then the next one is going to be, how do we automate our work, our effort, and automate customer acquisition? How do we automate our work and effort? And then how do we automate customer acquisition? Make sure I make everybody cover. How do we do that? As you can tell, I've spent a lot of time going through this. Does it sound like it? It sounds like this is all I think about. It's true, because I'm always trying to figure out how can I, well, we'll get to that later. You put those, all right, she's putting those down for me. This is a great day to save the chat. I tell you that. This is a great day to save the chat. Automation is important, and that's what 2022 is, all automation. 90% of automation of ATS. There's no doubt about it. Here are some of the great ways to automate. Some of you know, some of you may not, some you haven't done yet. You want to obviously use sales funnels. Your sales funnels don't have to be on ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is not the inventor of sales funnels. ClickFunnels is the inventor of making sales funnels so easy an 80-year-old can do it. That's what ClickFunnels is. Obviously, you want to use sales funnels. Let me show you a human, real-life sales funnel. What is today's date? Like the actual date, because, I don't know.
March 17th.
It's St. Patrick's Day. All right. Well, shout out to all you with Irish blood. St. Patrick's Day. Beer all around in the season. That's right. It's good. That's good. Oh, she got a green though. Yeah. You got to get pinched, Grace. So you don't have on green. Yeah, you look good at it too, Susan. You look good at it. You look good at it. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. All of you. This is a perfect example. I lucked up on this example. If you walk into Walmart right now, this right side of Walmart where the food is at, left side where the electronics is at. Typically, that's how they do it. Don't matter which side you walk on. You're walking into a sales funnel. You're going to walk into beer deals on the right and electronic deals on the left. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they're going to funnel you everything St. Patrick's. But Walmart ain't slipping on they hustling though, Dolores. Because as soon as you get past the St. Patty stuff, it's Easter stuff. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? And before Easter's over, they're going to hit you with something else. And then September, August, they're going to be like back to school. September, they're going to be like Labor Day. And then as soon as September-ish, not before September-ish happens, you're going to get Halloween and Thanksgiving at the same time. Same time. You know what I'm saying? Same time. That's a real life sales funnel. They've been funneling you before ClickFunnels. You hear me? But you automate through sales funnels. So let's describe what a sales funnels is. This is Anthony Lucas' question. It's also what I'm tackling today. A sales funnel is an automated sales process that takes a prospect, this bar from Oprah, from next best move to next best move in your organization. It's perfect definition for that. I'm glad I just showed you that Oprah clip. What that means is I walk into human consultants. How many, let me use a better example. Well, that's a good example, but let me try to get everybody. I got video game example. Got it, everybody. So if you play
presidential candidates are automatic sales funnels.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, as soon as you get in there, right, they dump everything out like, oh, wasn't nobody ever here before but you. You're the only president ever existed. They dump everything out.
No, I mean the candidate itself. It's like you got to be aware of them, and then you got to donate, and you got to donate a little more, and all the way to even
right.
word of mouth, and then you got to vote.
Right, and if you really donate, maybe you get
because literally, yeah, exactly. And here's the thing: it's like if you're aware of me as a presidential candidate and you don't vote for me. It does not matter that you donated to me. It doesn't matter that you did all this stuff, because the last thing that you have to do, that everyone has to do, is a vote. So it's like the best sales funnel example, because you have to really get the last conversion. Because if you fail there, none of the other stuff matters.
That's good. That's real good. That's better than, I'm going to have to put that in the book somewhere. That's real good. That's real good. That's real good. How many of you have used a new software and it was like, what the hell is this? I'm not, or open up a new social media. It was like, this is confusing. I am lost. I know.
Yes, I'm opening new software right now and it's confusing.
Okay. All right. Well, you see that? I'm open. So this has no respect of age. You know what I'm saying? You can be 12 or 72. You open up a new software and it's like, we don't love you. I don't care nothing about you. This is experts only. That's what it is. Perfect. Perfect example. Or you play a video game, you're like, man, I don't know what to do with this world. Video games have figured out how to funnel you into enjoying the game. They call them tutorials, but they disguise the tutorials as little missions, entry-level missions to teach you how to play. They put a little storyline on it. A sales funnel is an automated tutorial, or it's Phil and Susan walking you through humor consultants. They know as soon as you join humor consultants, you're gonna be like, nah, I don't know what's going on here. You feel like you just open up software and everything's confusing. Jerome is good for it. Grace, just tell me everything I got. Just tell me everything I got access to, right? Yeah, it's the truth. So what you need is a salesperson with all these customer loyalty skills that say, oh, don't worry, Jerome. Take 2 steps forward. Let me teach you all about this level. All right, Jerome, you comfortable there? Well, guess what? Here's another level. Comfortable there? Relax. Here's another level. Still comfortable? Worry not. Here's another level. And just keep going through levels and keep going through levels, keep going through levels. That's a sales funnel. Of course, each level is a different level of pay. Yeah. Praise be. But nevertheless, it's teaching Kim how to be comfortable and walk to the next level of the company, or up the value ladder. Something I covered a while ago. Russell Brunson covers it too, right? Up the value ladder. So you want to automate that process. But if you don't know your own teachings, if you don't have a strong business system, or if you ain't read the ATS sales process and stole it, you ain't got no process. You can't automate something that isn't already an algorithm. Mm-hmm. You must have a process to set an algorithm. An algorithm is simply a set of instructions, but you can't have a set of instructions on something that doesn't exist. You just can't do it. So in order to automate how I've made sure that Kim has been a test subject for me. Kim and then I don't remember her name. Zandria. They've been test subjects for me because I've rebooted ATS, and I've made sure to be more hands-on than what they know. I made sure of it. I've made sure of it. And right now, we are at 50% of my satisfaction. No, 100% with that. It's okay. But I can't get Grace, Frida, no offense, to go and hold Cedric the same way. You get what I'm saying?
Antonio,
yes, sir.
Is Kim on the call?
Yep,
today,
she's on the call
right now? Okay, then I just want to add something because when we were in university, I was in the student council and we fought long and hard to get a foosball table and other facilities in our student lounge. And when everything was passed and we got that, I got that email, and I had already been 2 years out of the university, graduated already. And
wow.
then I looked and I was just seeing all these youngsters. Now they were in university enjoying the fruit of what we had fought for, but we never got it. So we were looking at them with this envy because they were getting this updated, better version. And I just want to say that for Kim, it's kind of like that because except for her and a few other people on this call, everyone else experienced a completely different funnel, came to a completely different end result. And we're just watching them get a much better version, a much upgraded, smoother version of the thing.
100% facts. 100% facts. It's because my job is to get better each go round, right? My job is to get better. And I figured out what the problem is. It's not that free. Well, I guess I could say free that Grace dropped the ball. I'm always going to say that. I ain't going to never give them props until they actually earn these props. But that ain't the problem. The actual problem is Cedric has a different personality than these two ladies. You know what I'm saying? So now what I've learned, now the adjustment I've made is not just adjusting the different sales types personality types during sales, do it just the different personality types during prospecting. Now it has to go all the way into spoiling different personality types as they stay. Do you understand? And that, well, I figured that out too, but now I haven't figured out how to automate that though, Anthony. The best I've come up with is sending helpful links. I'm still working on how to automate that for sure.
Okay, so now I'm gonna be very pointed, Antonio. Mm-hmm. You have the book, The Richest Man in the Trash Can. Yep. Just tell me how Antonio would automate that. Just right off the top of your.
Got you. I'd give away the book because I would want the customer data. I wouldn't want Amazon to have it. I would give away the book for break even, or maybe I'd try to make 50 cents, but I wouldn't try to go to $1 because I want as many customers as possible. I would set a projected lifetime value, customer lifetime value for that book. I would go get that customer lifetime value from a few different places. I would think about what type of person is going to buy this book. And then I would create, let's call it a personality profile about this person before I do anything. The reason why I would create a personality profile about this person, because I don't want to be biased. I want to create a personality profile about this person. And every time somebody fits that personality profile, I can assign to them the same customer lifetime value. See, I'm on it. And the personality profile for Richest Man in Trash Can is someone, well, you got the usual that I always say for us, values personal development over income, as a coach, a trainer of some sorts that got addicted to it once more, wants to lead the middle class, et cetera, right? But there's more. These people are the ones I'm looking for, are all the way alpha or all the way beta. I'm really not looking for anybody in between. I prefer them to be gay or open-minded. Just telling you what it is. Gay people, respectively, make a lot of money. Open-minded people make a lot of money. I'd prefer them to speak more than one language, even if that language is going from English to Ebonics. That's still two languages. I want them, gender has no relevancy for me. Age has no relevancy for me. I want them taking care of somebody who don't deserve it. I said what I said. And I want them taking care of 2 or 3 people who absolutely deserve it. This is my psychological profile for these people, for the richest man in the trash can. We gave out 10,000 something books. And once I find that, my customer lifetime value I have assigned to that person is $10,000. It can go more, but I've assigned $10,000 to that person, customer lifetime value. I don't, no, I'm sorry. My bad. That number got blown out the water. It's actually $22,000. I forgot about last year. I set this the year before. Our data came back last year with $22,000. That's my customer lifetime value. So then what I would do is I would take Anthony Lucas and I would put him on the track to $22,000. There's ways to do this. You say, all right, over the lifetime value that Anthony is here, here is $22,000 that he will spend if nurtured correctly, valued properly. Here's the most important part, but I have to set a time limit to when that $22,000 materializes or accumulates or matures. For me, that's 3 years for this person. It's 3 years for this person. Let's say 3 to 7. Actually, no, because he asked me about me. 3 years, right? 3 years. He asked me about me. 3 years. I say 3 to 5 years. I'm comfortable with that. 3 to 5 years. Now what I have to do is I have to set a bunch of series of steps from from first meeting me without signing up to 5 years from now. This is where you strongly pay attention. I could want to speed that 5 years up. Or I can keep it where it is. Just depends. Sometimes I'll set a price. If I have a product, which just has, sometimes it happens. It happens all the time, but it hasn't happened in a while here because I've eliminated these products, but it does. Let's go to $19.99. Grace, share your calculator because I'm answering his question pointedly, straight up, with all data. Grace is going to share her calculator. $19.99, Dolores. People stay in the $19.99 level for 11 months on average. Grace was $19.99 times 11. $19.99, excuse me. $219 and whatever cents, 89 cents. Thank you so much, Grace. So this is what I know. I know at that 11, now that's here because we have a good customer retention rate. I know after that 11 month, they cancel. I got options. I can let you cancel at the 11th month or get all my money on the 3rd month. Anthony, I know you just appreciate what I just said.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If nobody appreciate what I just said, I know you did.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, all right, then, right? So now I'm directly answering. So I create a series of steps for both strategies. I create a series of steps to get to $19.99 for 11 months. And I also create somewhere in that 3rd month to offer the opportunity of a $219 deal to get all that money. I do it all the time. I've eliminated those products around here, but I do it all the time. This is what data comes in at. This is what data is very important. Okay. Data is very important.
So your survey of your prospect, Antonio, that takes place on the back end, right?
What do you call the survey? The psychological profile or
no? Like when they interact with you and you find out, or they're buying things and you find out what they like and you find out what products you have to put out there for them to buy more of. Like everybody's different, some people have technical backgrounds, Some people like toys, some people like games, some people like different things.
No, fair enough. It does happen on the back end, but let me redefine what back end means. By back end, I mean on the other side of the sale. I don't mean back end on that 11 months or something. As soon as you get on the other side of the sale, that's back end for ATS. I can't say everybody else. That's back end for ATS because I want the back end to continuously be there for you, only because I admire Amazon's customer service values, and we have a very Amazon customer service value duplication system here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in this case, Amazon has influenced how often we interact with customers. Is that cool? That's so. I don't want you to think back in. I know he wasn't confused on this, but I'm obligated to tell you all, back end didn't mean far from me. You know, because you do some deals and back end, like you go into real estate, back end is 3 years from now when the property matures 21%, 70% a year. You know what I'm saying? That's back end. I ain't talking about 3 years from now.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
So there are two pieces of advice in this that are really valuable. One of them is, of course, to try to get the lifetime value upfront if you can with another offer. The second is really with the books to sell them yourself if you want to do a funnel. Because here's an example of Grant Cardone. I got Be Obsessed or Be Average from Cardone. Thing he had no information on me, so he just kept like posting content. Sorry, that was fast.
That's all right. Don't worry about
it. So he kept posting. Yeah, so he kept posting content, but he had no information of my existence. His team couldn't reach me because I just bought it from a bookstore. So guess what? Didn't buy any of Cardone's products. Wasn't convenient for me. Wasn't relevant to me. And then 3 years later, Cardone comes to Dubai to give a talk, and I bought a ticket, and I just couldn't get the VIP one because the VIP were all sold out. Otherwise, I would have spent $15,000. Yeah. So he could have gotten all of that. But here's the thing, he didn't have a process. Plus, he won't miss $15,000. He got it from someone else. But my point is, when you do not have the total control of the sale right away, you have no information on your customer. Yep. The money you make off of that book sale is nothing. But yeah, if you can implement a system where you get the information right away, then even giving away your book is great, because within 11 months you see a return, as opposed to like me 4 years later just buying a small ticket.
Right. So there's a lot of great teachable things. First off, he caught what I was saying. Mm-hmm. A lot of teachable things here. For one, took Grant Cardone to get $15,000 from him when Ibrahim is saying Grant Cardone could have got that $15,000 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But the bookstore didn't pass that data on to Grant. You know what I'm saying? I want to speed up that 4 years, that 4 months. In this case, I know my data. Stripe tells us. So one of the ways to get this data, Anthony, is Stripe will tell you, you know, the cancel rate. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll say, it's like on the right side of the screen. It will tell you when people are canceling their subscriptions. It's 11 months for us. 11 months on that product. I've gotten rid of that before. Well, there's plenty of reasons. If I got time, I'll get to it. But I'm still not finished with the process. And I've said plenty, though. I've given plenty of steps. So we're going to go back now to somewhere in that second or third month, I'm putting out that carrot to say, I know you're going to cancel 11. So while we in our honeymoon period and me and you go together, go on, take this here. You know what I'm saying? And just give it my whole lifetime customer value right now. And we'll call it even. You know what I'm saying? But it's not bad, because I'm just exchanging more trade value with more value with something they actually needed. Like I can't get money out of you if I didn't serve you. You know what I'm saying? So we're not talking about pool shark stuff. we're talking about, here's another thing for you. You know what I'm saying? Here's another thing for you. There's another thing for you that's outside of that extra thingy. What I've done here lately, Anthony, is I've copied 3 different places. You should all pay ye attention. Verizon Wireless, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. Recently, I've incorporated all 3 of these companies inside of ATS. I only read books when I have a problem. And since I read about 30 books a month, I always got a problem. Just telling you, I always got a problem. Always got a problem. And Chick-fil-A helped me with my process on the back end, not relevant to this question. But Verizon and McDonald's helps me with this process. Verizon keeps the best technology. I'm making sure now ATS keeps the best technology. That's why it's Gay Developing University. That's why it's film school. That's why it's influencer speakers and secrets and speaker secrets and all that stuff, right? And I'm making sure the line is so blurred, you don't even know if it's ATS or Antonio. And I want it that way. I do. You don't know if it's Amazon or Amazon Prime. That's fair. I don't want you to know, because knowing is not relevant. I just need you to know all of this is Prime. That's it. You know what I'm saying? All this is Disney Plus. Go ahead.
Can you say what you said again about Verizon and what you said ATS?
Verizon keeps the best technology, while McDonald's, because I was going to get to, this is going to be him, focus on second, third, and fourth sale at the same time. And I actually gave that away to y'all in December. To almost conclude his question, because it was a long answer, but I have not skated the path. You automate that second, third, and fourth sale immediately. So upon entry, second, third, and fourth sale. But the second, third, and fourth sale don't need to be upsells. That's not what McDonald's do. Took me a while to figure this. It was right in front of my nose. But McDonald's they look like upsells. They're not upsells. Fries with a burger is not an upsell. To the bank, it's an upsell. You understand what I'm saying? To the bottom line, it's an upsell. It's a cross sell. Nobody minds cross sales. If I give you 40 nuggets, what do you want with it?
Fries, sauce.
Come on.
Fries, sauce, drink.
Fries, sauce, drink. Which one of these are you willing to compromise with? Should only be one answer. If you got to take away one, which one is to getting taken away?
Sauce.
Fries.
The fries.
Sauce.
I believe you said the sauce. Okay, the sauce. There you go. But that's the deal, though. That's different customers, right? And that's good. That's because both of y'all trying to get full. You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
taking away none. That's the only answer.
You're already taking away none. Deanna trying to have fun and dip. All this is right answer. So do you see how we can debate about that cross sale? You're like, I am taking away nothing. That's McDonald's approach. They does it cost money for McDonald's to sell second, third, and fourth sale? No, it's the same one sales transaction with the same one hourly employee. But that second, third, and fourth sale is all automated. So what I'm incorporating in the ATS, which I don't see yet, but you will, is that automation of 2, like 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Now imagine getting 4 sales a day from one person. How many times, this other thing I'm doing with the McDonald's approach, I'm developing my ATS, but I'm then making that, how many times does one person go to McDonald's a year though? Forget a year, a month. It just depends on how many kids you got. You understand what I'm saying? How many kids you got. And when you get old enough, you ain't never going back to McDonald's again. But when you got them doggone 3-year-olds back there, or you got your sister babies, you're probably going to McDonald's as long as you got these doggone kids. So Anthony, think about how many times can you automate sales 2, 3, and 4 off a book. Now you got to identify what is sales 2, 3, 4 off a book. And it shouldn't be your monthly plan. And yesterday, I was going to teach up on it yesterday. Can I bless y'all? I'm bless you in a second.
Just do it today then. Just do it today. Don't be trying to run that by me.
All right. Hold on real quick. Let me let D-Lo step in real quick and say something. I almost forgot. I'm so glad I got reminded. Dolores, would you bless us real quick, please? You're looking good. You look like you prayed this morning. That's
Great morning, everybody. I was just going to share the information about the tickets and sales, and I'm going to put that in the chat of the event that's this weekend, or if you want to sow a seed. That's all I put in the chat. Thanks.
Okay, good. So what we do is, Grace, tomorrow, could you make sure that somewhere 10 minutes in the call, we have a good shindig about selling, donating tickets so we can support our young sister. You know, she just 23 and she need all the, there you go. She need all the help. Donations she can get. So there you go. We want to do that. Thank you. We put it in the chat. We'll also put it, and Grace also put it today in the Discord too. Mm-hmm. We got you. We want to make sure my goal is to, you said it $45 a piece. So let's see if what's 45 times 30? Well, 50 times 30 is 100, 150. So then you take off 5 30 times again. So 150 minus, that's 120. Yeah. All right. So 45 minus 30 times 30 is 120. Yeah. All right. And that's $45 times $30 is how much money? 1,200? Yes. All right. 1,200. So let's see. Right? Did I put too many zeros on it? 1250. 1250. 1350. 1350. All right. 1350. Okay. And I'm sure 30 ticket sales will just bless you just exceedingly and abundantly above all you can ask or think. All right. So we'll try to go for 30 ticket sales. We'll get as close as we can. We'll try to go for 30 ticket sales. And I will make sure that we do a blessed job about it. And you can Cash App that as well. Save the chat, say that in the chat. And if y'all want to donate now, you're more than welcome. But we're going to do a good shindig about that tomorrow. Good shindig about that tomorrow. Thank you so much. Now I know you got
as well. Some have already done it, so I want to say thank you to those as well. Oh,
good. See, that's a beautiful blessing about the ATS community. Beautiful blessing about the ATS community. Let's see. Here you go, Grace. I'm sending this to you. All right, there you go. What was I saying? It was important. It was 2 important things. One for Anthony Lucas. Oh, Dolores has interviews today, so she ducks out. Y'all don't mind her. She didn't just promote herself and leave. All right, don't mind her. She has interviews today, and she's good to go. You're good to go. So please, Dolores, whenever it's time for you to go interview somebody, leave at peace. Leave at peace. All right. There you go. The last thing in the automation process, because this is my book, that's why I'm adding 2, 3, and 4, is now what I'm attempting to do is walk you all the way to the back end. I'm trying to get you to this customer lifetime value of $10,000, but that ain't good enough for Kim. So what I have to do for Kim is make sure after the 10,000, we walk into 100,000. But now we got to start, making Kim money. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. The goal is to walk to whatever your back end is. And all y'all back end should be something like $25,000 or more. It should be no less than $25,000. And if you don't have a $25,000 product, you do now. Congratulations. And you will figure out what it is later. You understand? I promise you, if somebody give you $25,000, your brain will get to work. I promise you that. Right? I promise you that'll happen. That's the whole automated process that for me personally. However, I'll do the blessing. I wanted to teach yesterday in all things tech. What was the name of it? Because he actually asked the question, don't even know he did
it. It was the how to get all of the technical things after you've written your book?
That's right. All things tech yesterday.
Yes.
Was,
Yes, let's go.
Was all the tech things to do after you written the book. And that's what it was yesterday. I'll tell you what, I'm working on the book that is top secret. I'm not going to give you any details, but I'll give you all the details, but I'm not going to give you details of the book. The details of the book, but I'll give you everything that's coming with the book. Because remember, I want you all. The reason I've been traveling because the book comes with a movie, or the movie comes with a book. Either way, you should wrote that down, Kim, because you got a book in you, don't you? Because you've been working on it. All right, you need a movie too. You understand? All right, good. The book also comes with a 365-day journal.
Right now.
And the journal includes transformational exercises. The book comes with a it costs money, but it's paid for. Well, no, hold on, not the book. Yeah. The book comes with a paid for class that costs money. It's a 12-week name of the book, Ascension Program. I'm not going to give you the name of the book. Okay. The book also comes with a podcast.
And the book's movie will be on Amazon Prime, by the way. I'll tell you more about it later.
My man, the book movie going to be on Amazon Prime. There it is. I love it. Right now, that's all I got. But can you see how there's more? There's going to be more coming. I got stuff in my brain, but that's what I'm comfortable with. That's all I got. You can. Why? I will share my screen. You're going to see the name of the book. Yeah, you're going to see.
Can you expand on the transformational exercises? Because I'm going to sit right here and write this stuff down.
Yeah, no doubt. So each chapter of the book, well, in this case, it's a little different. I wrote So Happy and Grateful, which is not out anymore. And it was only out for like 8 months, which it'll come back out. So Happy and Grateful had transformational exercise at the end of each chapter. Each chapter, well, every time you write something, it has a theme. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what I mean by theme is something that everybody can relate to. This is important because this is me answering the question. Like, Kim, I have no idea what it's like to have a menstrual cycle. Don't know. Never want to. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I was like, God, don't you make me a girl. And God was like, well, you're going to have to pay all the bills. I'll pay all the bills. I don't want a single cramp. You hear me? I'm pretty sure I did that upon incarnation. I'm pretty sure I would choose paying all the bills again before I get one of y'all cramps. I don't want it. I've seen what it do to y'all. But Kim and I can relate to pain. Mm-hmm. So pain, so if I write a book for women under a pseudonym, or let's say if Kim writes a book for women about getting through your cramps, it doesn't mean men can't relate to that chapter. Because all she has to do is come up with transformational exercises on the theme of what menstrual cramps are. Sure, technically, it's your endometrium breaking down because it was the food for your baby inside of your uterus, inside of your ovaries, and you're passing the ovaries. Sure, it is that. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm a nerd. And then every 28 days, it unfertilizes itself and it passes through to make room for more fertilization so your endometrium layer can get back thicker. Sure. But nobody gives a damn but nerds and scientists and your OBGYN. But what cramps really are is pain that's hidden that keeps you in place instead of moving forward. Oh, Lord. So your transformational exercises are how to move forward even when in pain. How to walk with a limp. And those are your transformation exercises. You get it? That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Just email. On my Google Maps.
Antonio, by
Yes,
the
sir.
way, Hillary Clinton lost an election and turned it into a masterclass. So on masterclass.com, there's the class on resilience by Hillary Clinton, because she stood for a lot of elections for someone who's been like literally failing all elections.
Yeah.
So that's resilience, right?
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah, anyone who's not an entrepreneur would mock that, but anyone who is an entrepreneur knows that there's real value in that.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe more than a winner's masterclass.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, your point is like none of us are running for president except you, and yet that class is for everyone.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And then got to keep in mind, she lost publicly. She didn't lose in front of a Zoom call. She lost in front of the whole world. If anybody knows how to be resilient, you understand, you lose in front of the world, you need some spiritual practices to get you through that. You understand what I'm saying? Get you through that. So that's how you do your transformation exercises, Anthony. That's exactly what I do. Because everybody, Muslim, Christian, Jew, Sikh, these things are made up. No offense to you. It's not, I don't mean to disrespect you. I'm saying you weren't born these things, but you were born pain, joy, happiness, right? We got these universal things that make us human. And those are your transformational exercises. And after each chapter, what you do is you come up with the theme of that chapter that everybody can relate to. And then you take people through how to overcome these, whatever you just talked about in that chapter. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you an example. Resilience. Okay. And then you have transformation exercises, 25 steps of shadow work. And nobody likes shadow work. Let me just tell you. Nobody even. I am shadow work master. And that don't mean I liked it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't mean I like it. Ripping your skin off. Self-ripping your skin off hurts every time. You hear me? Every time. It's cool. I think, yes, my book comes with all those things. But keep in mind that second, third, let me show you. The movie cost, journal cost. Movie cost is a question mark. Might be a question mark there. Journal cost. So right now, 2 things of those cost right now. So I still got more work to do in the second, third, and fourth set. Okay, 2 are free, 2 cost.
Does it pay for a class? The 12-week class, is that $99?
No. That 12-week class was $2,495, something like that. Because I got one kind of like, it's actually, well, you know what? We'll take it down to about $19,999. What's that? $1,999. Because I got a design to bless your socks off and make you want to then go to Pathbenders, which is a paid one, a paid 12-week course.
Did you repeat that one again? The one that you got that one designed to make you go to what?
I have so it's 2 12-week courses. One that is paid for. The other one comes with this book that's not paid for, but the quality doesn't change. They're just on, two ends of the spectrum. And the one that's free that comes with, if you got the book, that one then blesses you and then makes you say, man, this helped me so much. I'd like to go do that one too, which costs.
So the 12-week thing is more of your hedge against the fact that people don't finish the book.
Right.
So it's like, oh, you got the book. Here's literally the video that comes with the book.
Absolutely. The book for me is to be, I keep having, this is all on the other side, the main side of me. I keep having these. For years, I've been working on The Secret, like the movie, the book, but not the actual movie and book. But through me pours out another. But I would have to show you the book. I showed the team the first chapter yesterday. I showed them. I told them I ain't showing them no more. I ain't showing them no more. I told Arshia, but I didn't show her the book. I showed them. I didn't show her the book. It's incredibly original, but I just can't. And it pours out of me kind of like, and I'm being modest here, but Neil Donald Walsh and Conversations with God it's pouring out. I'll just be quiet for right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's I have a commitment to yes, thumbs up.
Yes, Antonio, excuse me. I'm sorry to interject.
No, you're good. You're good.
So now the free class is a video representation of the book. Is that what you said?
Almost.
I'm picking your brain whether you know it or not.
I see. I can see it now. The last question.
You see what I'm doing?
Made it clear. Yeah. The last question made it clear. Almost. When I first did the book, the movie. When I first did the movie, it was that way. But now the movie, while it has everything to do with the book, is completely different learning from the book. You have options here. You can make the movie a visual telling of the book, but I'm not. The movie is, think about, let's say, maybe like it's a bunch of experts. And think about it, it's like the movie is the book. I mean, the book is part one and the movie would be part two. If that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain it. But the movie and the book are not the same, but they are the same. They are. So you got options. So picking my brain, I decided to go on the path to where the movie is of the same concept, spirit of the book, but they go together. You need them like Harry Potter 1 and Harry Potter 2. They tell a full story. You need both together to get the full story. That's the path I decided to do instead of a retelling. So the movie is a whole cake. The movie is half a cake. The book is the other half of the cake. And you need both halves together to eat the whole cake. That's what I'm doing. If you see one, you're good, but you got half the cake. If you see the other, you're good, but you got half the cake. I mean, if you read the other, you're good, you got half the cake. There you go. The reason why is because I'm making the book evergreen. It's not a book per se. It's not a book per se, the way you think it is. It is, man, I can't really answer his question without telling you what it is. I feel bad for not answering your question. So hold on, give me a second.
Share.
It's difficult to answer your question without showing you. So.
You like to give stuff away, just give it away.
Well, I know, right? So there you go. Everything is perfect. My life's work, my life's mission, but it's an almanac, so to speak. Antonio's almanac, so to speak. It's more than that, but that's what we're going to say it is, right? Everything is perfect, Antonio's almanac. So to think of an almanac, you really shouldn't think of an almanac, but you should. It'll help you understand. To think of something that I know what to do. I'll just talk to Phil and Susan. They'll get it.
Is this the book you're currently writing, Antonio?
It sure is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Don't give anything away.
No, I ain't giving nothing away. For sure. I ain't giving nothing away. It surely is. Think of.
Okay, I have a better way of putting this. So the book is basically like if you subtracted Antonio from existence and replaced it with this book and all that comes with it, the net impact on people would be the same number of people's lives, would be changed in the same degree. So it's like another Antonio. It's like that potent.
That's exactly what the book is. And then the movie is the other half of that. Exactly what it is. So that's what you do.
I'm just trying to get the model. I'm not trying to
I know. I'm giving them out. I ain't tripping out. I'm giving them out. Just know I did 2 halves because my goal, the book is, are you familiar with Urantia?
Yeah, Reggie. I know Reggie. I seen him on video with Squeeter. I know Reggie.
Yeah. Not Reggie. When you get to say, I get you though. But yeah, something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And yeah, something like that. So that's what it is. It's just flowing. So it's something that will consistently be going back to consistently. And so the model is an evergreen book with attachments that make it an irresistible offer. But the book is important, but the book making disciples is more important.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't about people reading the book. This is about the book creating a path of thinking, a way of thinking, a people of light. That's your model. There you go. That's your model. Good. All right.
Antonio.
Yes, sir.
You know how Gary Vee has this NFT fly fishing restaurant thing? It's like if you have an NFT only, then can you enter the restaurant? So the NFT itself just becomes like a pass into that world.
Right.
This book is like an NFT. It's like an idea. People are getting the idea, but then there are so many ways to consume that idea and so many steps to completely consume the whole thing. You have to cross media. You have to first, you might be able to listen to some of it on a podcast, get the other on a movie. And so you go across different media, but with each step, you're getting indoctrinated into an idea and building further loyalty.
Absolutely.
The book is just step one, because people are used to buying books. So you always go to people with what they are used to the most. It's what Chantel and these guys also say about their brand. It's like you have to go to people with what they want and then draw them into your world.
Absolutely. So that's the full model. Like Anthony, you got the full model exposed. You ain't missing nothing. You're not missing nothing. You pulled out of me much extra. You ain't missing nothing.
Thank you, sir. I'm an extractor by nature.
Yes, sir. I ain't mad at you. Ibrahim is 100% right and saved me from saying more than what I wanted to say. So I'm so grateful. There's a couple of, you got So Happy and Grateful coming back out, and then there's a entrepreneurship book, something that Ibrahim's helping me with, and then there's something else. But this book is a different book. It's a very different book. It is the time, December 21st, 2021, changed everything. So this book is different. So let me just conclude here in the next 3 to 5 minutes. Take the full conversation we just had today. Now, how does Kim, how does Zandria, how does Stradivari, that you're working with yourself or you're working with Tatiana or something like that, how do you go create other Tatianas? Or how do you go create Diana? How do you create these people? It's a challenge. And then when they create it, you got to give Frida the right information. But Frida needs to share your content with the people and know when to adjust that content. And Frida needs to do it without you ever knowing she did it. And Grace needs to do it without ever knowing that you did it. And then Grace, who is a disciple, or should be, if she's not a disciple, if she's not converting people over, if she's not duplicating the product or the teaching, she's not a disciple. How do you get grace to become a disciple and then go get people who aren't ready to be disciples, but then disciple them to being a disciple one day? Point is, how do you get new customers that become super fans at some point? And how do you have those super fans go get new customers that become super fans at some point? There's a better way to say this. How do you tear your business up every day and fix it every day at the same time? Because that's basically what you do. Basically what you're doing. Every time you bring in a new customer, you're messing up your business and you're blessing it at the same time. Every time. If you don't think it's that way, it is absolutely that way. I promise you. A new customer to your business, once you take somebody money, you're their slave. So how do you become a slave with every new person while staying free at the same time? It's one difficult job. But if you take somebody money, they own you. Amen to that. I amen myself. You take somebody money, they own you. You understand? That's the truth. That is the truth. So how do you tear your business up? How you become a slave every second while staying free every second? And then convincing Deanna, go do this without me telling you have to do it. It's where ATS is, right? That's where we are. There you go. That's it. That's where we are. That's where it is. And luckily, I figured it out. I'm testing it now. I'm saying what works, what doesn't. I'm seeing that's why I just hired a new person, because we're testing that, because my goal is to get like 100 people into the speaker secrets like in a day. But we need people now, right? We need more hands on deck so we can split up the forces, type thing like that. We need more people so we got a person that just schedules appointments. That's all he does. Just schedule appointments, which makes it a lot easier for Grace and Frida. Schedule appointments, and then he's in the training period right now. Once this, how long it's been? What was it? 24 hours? 48? Mm-hmm. Which one? 48. 48 hours. Another week. He's doing great though. But another week, love to give him 13,000 leads on speakers alone, and just knock out the influencer speakers thing. You know what I'm saying? Knock that out and switch focus. But you got to train first. It's like, what I'm saying? You got to train first. You can't I would love to just run in there, but no, you can't just give a civilian a gun and be like, shoot accurately. You got to train first. You got to train first. So that's where we at. So Anton, you have see him on the call. It's not on the call because one of the things I'm doing is, hey, just try to have that at all times so you don't have to be on the calls. Something I've changed here recently. I have to be on the calls. So there's another process for you. But we figured it out. Now we're in execution to see what holes need to be fixed. So once you figure something out, there go a hole. Yeah. And that's what we're trying to figure out right now, right? So success will always reveal your failures. If you think it's perfect, start winning and see how perfect it is. I can assure you, you will find a hole somewhere. We'll see you all at 10:30. Today's mastermind class not mastermind class, esoteric class.
God bless.
May the Lord bless you and keep you as we are here in a different age of the world. And if you can't feel it, I'll help you. Things are changing. I'd help you right now. Things are changing. The first is becoming last, and the last is becoming first. Things are changing. Things are reversing, and things are also repeating itself. It's the universe is correcting itself, is the way I say it.
Yes, the last are becoming first.
It's 100% facts, man. 100% facts. No question about it. No question about it. You're looking at the status quo get upheaved. You're looking at racism getting upheaved. It doesn't mean it's not. exist. Just get an upheave because the internet is like a neutralizer of racism. That doesn't mean racism doesn't shine on the internet, but you can't stop somebody making money on the internet. You can't stop that. Like, no matter, there's a market for everybody. And the internet lets you get to that market ASAP. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you all be ready because today is going to be pretty cool in the next 59 minutes. I'll just end you all with this as gently as possible, that if you don't have some sort of automation or somebody else marketing your business without you, selling your business without you, you don't have a business. It is a problem. And here's what exposed this problem for me. Just go try. Well, I want you to just go try to make $5,000 a month. This is what's going to help you the most because it helped me. Go make an extra $5,000 a month for your business right now, and just start. And every problem you have doing that is what the universe wants you to fix with your business. Trust me. That seems so easy to do, but it is not. Go make an extra $5,000. Just an extra $5,000, because remember, you're only making what the universe says you deserve. So when you say, I want to go make an extra, the universe says, no, you better grow out to that, dear. And you will find out what you need to grow out to. So everybody take that challenge. Take the challenge of the next week. Go make $5,000 a month. Go do it. I'm not telling you it's not possible. I'm telling you, you're only earning what you deserve. Not a penny more, not a penny less. But when you go get 5,000 more of what you don't deserve, you will find the holes in your current process, business, or self. Law of compensation. Nobody is exempt from this. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. See you in 57 minutes, everybody. Love you.
Love you more.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one.